Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up.
Hello everybody, welcome to Mi Casa, Su Casa DIY, our show of home improvement tips and tricks to help maximize your home's potential. My name is Israel Cancino.
Hello everyone, my name is Ana Cancino and we are so excited to welcome you guys into our home and join us along this transformation journey that's about to take place. So if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to our page, to our channel, or give us a thumbs up and go ahead and share with family, friends, amigos, familia, because we really would like to have you guys input along this journey with us.
So before we go any further, allow us to introduce ourselves so we can get better acquainted for this journey. I'm 39 years old, I'm from Plainview, Texas, and I'm the youngest of 5 kids.
And I am 35 years old, I'm the middle child of 5, and I'm from Sundown, Texas. We have been married going on 14 years this September 25th.
25th of September. That's an important date.
Yes.
Because we accept all types of gift cards.
All sorts of gift cards from Marshall's, Hobby Lobby, Tuesday Morning,
Home Depot, Lowe's, pretty much any home improvement store or decor store you can think of, we're going to use it.
Definitely. So write it down.
You could be early or late. Doesn't even matter.
Not at all. So as a disclaimer, we are not professional at this. We are DIYers who are learning as we go. My actual 9 to 5, I'm actually a physical therapist assistant, and I've been doing that for 3 years, and it's a career that I am wholeheartedly passionate about.
And I'm a first-class petty officer in the United States Navy, and I've been doing that for a little over 11 years, and that's what we do for 9 to 5s. That's our regular day jobs. So we are just been inspired by other professionals and other DIYers and transforming our home and making it, what we are wanting. So being in the military, we've been very fortunate to have traveled across the country. We started our career off in Kingsville, Texas. Then we're stationed up in Bremerton, Washington, the Pacific Northwest. Very beautiful, God's country, really. And then I was in Chicago, Illinois as a drill instructor before being stationed in the unique city of New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. You heard me? And let me tell you, that's where the journey began. So after about a year in New Orleans, Louisiana, we decided that we want to buy a home. So thanks to the efforts of Jan Mackey and Century 21, we found the perfect 1962 newly remodeled home in a established and well-desired neighborhood. And that's where our journey took off, because even though the home was remodeled, new paint, new floors, new design and stuff, it just didn't have the unique touches that we wanted. Now that it was ours, it didn't have the little things that we wanted. So we were going to have to add those in.
Okay, so there was 2 big things that I wanted Israel to fix as soon as we moved into the home. The first one were the steps. We'll talk more about that later. The second one was painting the fireplace. It was a really dark gray color, and we went ahead and found a small white can that was left behind from the seller and had him paint it. It made a world of a difference in the room. It lightened up the space. It looked really nice. And then from there, of course, I kept having ideas. So as you can see from the pictures, now I have this big white box up against the wall, and I'm like, hey, how about a floating mantle?
Yeah, so we did the research on the floating mantles, and to get one of really good wood, they're pretty pricey. And we just didn't really have that money to invest in just a floating mantle. So I'm like, I could build that. So I'm like, I could build that. So I'm like, I could build that.
He had never built anything.
I hadn't. We've been renters our whole life and hadn't really had the chance to do our own thing. So I consult John Villalon, right? J-Mac Design out of Lubbock, Texas. We're going to leave his information because if you need some work done, that's the guy to go to.
A great professional.
Been doing it for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So J-Mac Designs, John Villalon. I give him a call. He's my nephew, by the way. And I'm like, hey, dude, I want to build a floating mantle. What do I need? How do I do this? I've watched some videos, I've Pinterest, kind of got an idea, but you're the guy. What do I do? and he gives me some advice. He tells me some tools I'm gonna need, and pretty much breaks it down Barney style for me. And so, yeah, I built a floating mantle.
Yes, and it added so much character to the fireplace. And yeah, I was one happy wife.
And I was kind of impressed with myself. So I just finished painting the fireplace. I had just put up this nice floating mantle that I did myself. And all that awakens the beast.
So now the ideas are flowing, and I have Israel build me a little corner bench with some Scrabble letters to spell out our family member's name. And I'm like, okay, this is really good. You know what? Let's push it a little bit. Let's push that envelope. Let's go ahead. Hey, Israel, let's build an entertainment center.
An entertainment center. I'm like, we can go buy that. But we did some research again and some creative ideas out there. So going the farmhouse chic look, we kind of put our own twist to the design that we had been seeing and put up this whole wall unit, hiding the cables, hanging the TV, building a console. And after that, we kind of figure we're onto something here.
Yeah, definitely.
So one day, took on at a Hobby Lobby as we're looking for some decor pieces for the house, and we see some barn door railing on sale for $49.99. Those pieces can go upwards of over $100. So I said, hey, let's snag this and I'll build you a barn door. Never even tried a barn door before, but able to put a barn door up. And as you can see, that was my favorite accent piece to the house. It really gave some nice character to the dining room, and I was very proud of that piece. Got a lot of good feedback, as barn doors are very desirable at the time. And so it was just a pretty proud moment for me because I had done it myself.
So yes, exactly. I was really excited. So I'm like, okay, since you can do this, how about let's now move into the breakfast area? Because that place looks so sad. It was just a high table with some high chairs, and I'm like, oh no, we can do more to this space. So I'm like, hey, how about a breakfast nook? How about have you build a bench? We'll do some cushions. I recruited my best friend Anna Lena to sew me some pillowcases, and there you have it, a beautiful farmhouse chic, a breakfast nook.
So we're putting a lot of work and effort into the inside of the house. And I convinced Anna to let's move to the outside because I've always wanted a nice outside entertainment area for friends and family to come out and be able to relax. So I added a pergola off of the garage, put a fire pit made out of some brick, and built some benches and chairs for the outside. And it came out very nicely, wasn't complex, very simple for our space, and was a nice accent piece to the outside.
So now that we're doing outdoor projects, I decided to talk to Israel about, hey, how about we paint our house?
And I'm kind of like 2,400, 2 stories house. I'm not quite sure I want to tackle that task. I look at hiring a professional, and those run upwards of $8,000 to $10,000 to paint a house our size. And that just wasn't what we were wanting to spend or could spend at all. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't think we were ready to do this one.
Definitely. And so I'm like, how about let's lime wash the house?
So I look into lime washing, and lime washing can be pricey as well, even as a DIYer. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm pushing back.
And I didn't let up because then I saw an episode of Fixer Upper with Chip and Joanne, and I saw Chip German smear a fireplace. I said, there you go. We would German smear a house.
Yeah, and now the German smear was a great look, and after seeing him do it, and I saw some videos of people making it look pretty easy, it wasn't that easy.
It wasn't easy.
Especially in the middle of the summer in New Orleans, Louisiana, but we did it. It took a little while longer than we expected, but it was really good. Neighbors were stopping by to see it. People were just following and trying to see what we were up to in the neighborhood. It was very intriguing and very interesting to see how they were all reacting, because New Orleans, Louisiana, very known for its colors, purples and greens and all these vibrant colors on their homes. we now have a farmhouse chic white German smeared house in the middle of our neighborhood.
Yes.
So it definitely caught everybody's attention for sure.
And just like my fireplace, you know, I wanted to add some more character to it. I said to Israel, hey, now let's build some shutters.
That's not too hard. I was like, I think I can tackle that one. We did shutters. We stained them ourselves with a nice gel stain and put a little bit of detail tax on them. Came out really great. Gave a nice pop to the windows on the house. And we were really liking what we were doing. So
definitely. We were so proud of our work. We're like, man, that was one hard task, not knowing what was still lying ahead.
Yeah. So about 1.5 years into the house, we get orders to Corpus Christi, Texas. It's time for us to move on, and now we've got to decide on if we're going to sell or rent the house. I discussed it with a friend and good neighbor, Wade, who really was excited about what we had been doing and was like, you could sell this house for way more than you think. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, just the way the market is. But he referred me to his realtor, Cindy McGee and Guyon Lewis out of Keller Williams, realtor out of New Orleans. And they came over, gave us some comps, were blown away. Not to toot our own horn or anything, but they were pretty excited about what they saw and asked us questions, and we discussed, what we had put into the house and how everything was going. And there was one thing they suggested, and that was tackle the stairs. The hideous, yellow, dingy looking stairs. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that would change anything, and they really thought it would. So after thinking about it for about 4 or 5 days, I called them and was like, okay, I'm gonna do the stairs, and when the stairs are complete, I'll call you because we'll be ready to put it on the market.
Right.
So after about a week of working on the stairs, they're complete. And I must say, I was rather impressed with the work I had done and the transformation that had came about. I painted the risers white and did a Kona stain on the steps with a sealant, so that way with all the heavy traffic, they wouldn't fade. And they looked really good and were the nail in the coffin of finalizing the look of the house. It really tied the whole living space and the going up into the bedrooms together. So we call Cindy and Guyon, let them know we're ready to go on the market. And they came, took photos, put it on the market on a Thursday. And by that next Wednesday, 1 week on the market, we had a full price offer from a couple out of California, also in the military, that had seen the house through their realtor on FaceTime. They were just so impressed by the things they had seen over FaceTime that they were willing to go full price on the house.
Definitely.
And that right there kind of got us really excited that, wow, we were really lowballing ourselves with the price that we thought we were going to sell for, and we sold it for way more. And that just got us excited that maybe we're onto something here. Maybe we have, some kind of talent to be able to do a house flip type thing. But we are moving into an apartment for about 3 or 4 months until moving to Corpus. And we're antsy. We're like, we want to do more now to a house, but we have no house. But the feedback we got, the comments, the compliments, the people, friends and family that were following us were just, really excited and like, wow, that was great, and that is so nice, and build me one, and can you do this for me and stuff. That we're kind of like, you know what, maybe we should start our own show. Maybe we should, start showing people how we do these things so that they too can do it themselves. And after discussing that with actually my supervisor, he was like, yeah, dude, why don't you do a show and call it Mi Casa, Su Casa? And I'm just kind of like, I like that. That's pretty catchy. Like, being Latinos and Mi Casa, Su Casa is a common phrase. I was like, okay, I think we will do that. So we discussed it, and we liked the idea. And then Anna threw a little twist in there that I really, really liked, that I think you as viewers are going to like. You want to share that?
So Mi Casa, Su Casa, in English, it means my house is your house. And so I told Israel, I'm like, you know what? Let's like really mean it. And so I said, as we're going to transform our next house, I said, let's really go ahead and take our viewers' input, our followers' opinions. So our house does become their house. Mi Casa is Su Casa at the end of the day.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing now in Corpus Christi, we have a nice, clean canvas.
Yes.
Very good bone house that we're going to show you in our next episode, giving you a tour. And we're going to be doing all the transformation and doing the things that we want to see in a home that it doesn't have. And at the same time, you as a viewer are going to get to pick the colors and pick the styles and pick the designs out of the options that we're stuck on. So we're excited to bring you along and at the same time, hopefully inspire you to do the same thing in your home and bring out the max potential that you probably didn't think you were able to do. So, Mi Casa, Su Casa. Like us, subscribe below, share with everybody.
Everybody, family, friends, amigos, familia, tías,
Tios,
tíos,
nietos,
sobrinos.
anybody you can think of.
Yes.
Get the word out that we are going to be showing everyone how to maximize and get your house to looking exactly how you want it to look. So, Mi Casa, Su Casa. Stay tuned for much more.
Welcome to my house. It's my house.